right. Hey, everyone. I'm Greg Plotkin from American Farmland Trust and talking farming in a pandemic today with Paul Glowaski from Deliveries Farm in Grass Valley, California. Paul, thanks for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having me, Greg.
So will you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, the farm, and what you guys grow there?
Yeah, so my wife and I started Dinner Bell Farm 10 years ago. It's our 11th season here in the foothills of California. And, we've grown a number of different things over the years, but, primarily we've settled on at the farm, we raise pigs and annual and perennial cropping systems. So outside on forage, moving them around and never in a barn. And then we also grow fresh flowers for florists, wholesale, weddings and events, and then we sell up in Tahoe. So that, that's kind of our primary market for the flowers. And, the pork, we do direct sales, but primarily our market has been down in the Bay Area in San Francisco. And yeah, beautiful spot, tons of water, and very grateful to be here.
So this obviously isn't a normal year for many farmers. So I was wondering if you wanted to talk to us a little bit about what a normal year would look like for you right now, what kind of things you guys would be doing on the farm or getting ready for, and kind of what your reality looks like now.
Yeah. Well, the way I think about it, Greg, is, you could farm for 40 years and you've only done it 40 times, right? So, since we've been here, I don't think we've actually known a normal. We've dealt with crippling drought, and then it completely transitioned into, a monsoon, type rain season. So, we actually have never really had a normal. So no normal is our normal. But, I can tell you that, we plan in the winter for the season, and at this juncture, whatever the plan was is not the plan anymore.
Right. Yeah.
We've had to completely pivot, and we see a lot of opportunity, but the typical farming type stuff where we have no choice but just to undertake it the way we would,
right?
Because we have no gauge as to what things will look like in July or August or September, or October, so in some regards, we have to kind of go through things as normal around the farming operations, but where we've really had to change our whole mindset and tack is really around worker safety.
Yep.
And safety of us when we're trying to sell or market our product. And then, our marketing plan is just out the window.
Right.
We just are forget about it.
So where do you guys typically sell your stuff? In the Bay Area,
the pigs are going to, a restaurant where they're doing charcuterie with our pigs in San Francisco.
And are they still doing that?
Toast. I don't know if they'll ever come back.
Right.
No, they're not doing anything. And so that market is gone for the foreseeable future.
Right.
And then the flowers, we're doing events. And so, weddings, bar mitzvah, you name it, whatever, we'll do it. And that is gone. Even if you want to think funerals or something like that, we can't even, there aren't even funerals. And so, that business is evaporated. People are not booking weddings at all. Molly's a farmer florist, so she's taking the flowers from the farm and creating these amazing arrangements, and is incredibly talented, but that is gone. And our farmers market and prepping for it, this year up in Tahoe, as you can imagine, it's right on the lake. It's a heavily tourist-driven farmers market. The locals are rocks, and we love them, but that's a fraction of our income in the middle of the summer. And so we're gosh, we don't even know what that will look like in July. We can't even envision it.
And even if the markets are open, like you said, you don't know if people are going to be, on vacation in Tahoe. You don't know, like, if there's still going to be social distancing guidelines in effect. And I think that's going to impact the number of people that you can see on any given market. So, yeah.
Sure. I'm talking to friends who are selling at markets and have stopped because the cost of just getting there now, Greg, and the amount of workers that you're needing to handle the cash and the produce, and it's just changed everything. And so, some buddies of mine, it cost them like $1,200 just to get to market in fuel and workers.
Right.
And they're like, if we're selling $2,000 worth of stuff, like what? I mean, we gotta that plan is out the window.
Yeah.
So I actually think, in some regards, there's a lot of opportunity. I've been saying forever, never been a better time to be a small farmer. Well, chickens have come home to roost now. We are highly sought after.
Yes.
And so that is awesome. But we have to be thoughtful about, okay, what is this new marketing at least for this year? What does that look like?
Mm-hmm.
And you run the risk of like overextending yourself, of, okay, I'm going to do this big, huge CSA or whatever. And then it's like, I don't even know how to run a CSA.
Yeah.
I've never, and is that the smartest thing to do? And then doing home deliveries for free, which I've seen a lot of people doing. Like, you're thinking, gosh, how does that going to pencil out? Like, is that even going to work?
Yeah.
So we're trying to be thoughtful because we don't want to just like shoot ourselves in the foot. So in one regard, we're farming, but we have to think about how are we going to generate income this year? How are we going to change our plan?
Right. And so, I think the public, like you said, I think there's a recognition now, or a growing recognition of the importance of small farmers. I think when people go to the grocery store and they see shelves empty and they don't see produce there, like, that drives them to want to get to know the people in their community that are growing food. So I do think that's a great thing. So do you want to talk a little bit about how people in your community can support you, but, how people around the country can support small farmers?
Yeah, it's horrible to say, but we're scared to go to the grocery right now. So part of the reason people are reaching out to me is that this is safe out here, and so I don't take that for granted. And we actually feel a lot of responsibility around that, and are super proud to be able to support people. Around the pigs and things. We've been selling a lot to locals, and I think that will just continue to be good. I've had people outreaching to me. They want to buy piglets or something like that, because they want to raise their own food. Like, that's even, gosh, better. Just cut me out.
Yeah.
Around the flowers, the one thing that we have been doing during this is we've been taking flowers each week to hospice. And, that was something that we used to do when I ran the homeless garden project in Santa Cruz. And so we've kind of been doing that at an informal level now, Greg. But what we've talked about at the farm is, starting as sort of a CSA for hospice here at the farm, where people can donate to us or invest or buy bouquets. I wouldn't call it a donation, but we would be able to get bouquets to hospice each week. And so what we're talking about is setting something up where we value each bouquet. Let's say it's $15, which is less than what we sell them for, but could help keep our employees employed this summer. Each bouquet is $15. And so our goal is, what if we took 30 bouquets a week to hospice for 3 months?
Yeah.
And so we're actually going to put on our website a way where people can invest into that program, either buy one bouquet at 15 or buy a month's worth of bouquet for a person for $60. But, that is an idea that we have where we can, I feel so lucky to be here at this farm right now, and it's like, I think about like my grandma in a nursing facility, or, all these old timers. I'm thinking, my goodness gracious, it's got to be so hard. So, flowers bring people a tremendous amount of joy. And so we want to continue to do that and make that, a big part of what we're doing this year of getting the flowers to people who really like are going to need them and appreciate them this year.
Yeah, and like you said, it allow you to keep some of your employees throughout the summer.
It'll keep us farming, and it's like, boom, like great, like I think it's, because Hannah is like, my manager, it's like we want her here, we need her here, but we have to do something with this stuff, and so we're thinking of it like a bouquet making kits up in Tahoe and and we're trying to figure that out. But the hospice thing is like a thing that we're like, we can do this right away.
Yeah.
Let's just get it going. Because you have to imagine our wholesale outlets. I mean, everything's just gone.
Yeah.
So, but I do, like, in some regard, when I've been doing this, I'm like, well, this is actually like great.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting, and it's exciting for us to think about new ways that we can sell stuff and share what we're doing on the farm. And so in some regards, we're very hopeful, but we're like everybody else. We're kind of going bonkers.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Well, I really appreciate you joining us and telling us a little bit about what's going on the farm. Is there anything else you would want folks across America to know about the plight of the small farmer right now?
Well, gosh, anything else? I mean, what can you say, Greg? I mean, I'm super grateful to the Farmland, American Farmland Trust, and all of these different organizations that are kind of trying to like get on the ground level, because this is all moving so fast. And in regards to like big agriculture, and one of my side gigs is I'm an organic inspector, so I've seen all ranges of agriculture. The bigger farms are going to move forward, not like as normal, but they're just going to keep moving forward. And so, finding ways to connect direct with farmers, helping to get resources to farmers that you guys and others are doing is so important. So donating to you guys and Farm Aid and whomever it is,
sure, yeah,
to help us on the ground, and because it's going to be a weird year.
Yeah.
But I think it's, in some regards, it's going to actually it's going to be great.
I mean, we're all in it together. It's going to draw people to small farmers, I think. And, that's something that is going to be good, I hope, for a long time.
Yeah. Never been a better time to be a small farmer.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Good luck out there.